Hey guys, JT Kicks back again here with my full review of the PS5. So to start out with, I think this console is absolutely amazing. It's worth all $500 I spent on this thing. All 50,000 pennies I spent on this machine right here. It's worth every single cent. I don't regret waiting multiple years for this. I don't regret waiting months, 2 months being in limbo with when this thing is going to actually get here because the stock was so short. All the wait was worthwhile when I finally got to hook up Sony's new generation offering in video gaming and was able to play it. It's generally some of the most fun I've had on gaming ever. It's just such a great console. Now to start off, I want to talk about the DualSense controller. And this controller is some of the most impressive piece of technology that I think I've ever held in my hands. It's such a sturdy and firm controller. The joysticks feel nice, the buttons are nice and clicky. The touchpad is beautifully centered in the whole controller. And then the LED bar around the touchpad, I'm not the biggest fan of that design choice, but I have to admit it does look nice. And something I discovered when playing is that the speaker right here above the PlayStation controller, if you are in a party chat with your friends or in game chat with your teammates in a video game, instead of like the PS4 where the party chat came out the TV, now on the PS5 the party chat comes out the controller speaker, which I think is a really cool feature to have. It's nice and convenient. So it's like the controller is a headset in itself, because like I said, it has a mic and it has the speaker where some like certain game audios come through, like little sound effects for whatever your character is doing, and then the chat audio for whatever online multiplayer game comes through this thing as well. So if you don't have a headset, this is a great little starter to get you off with. And like I mentioned before, this controller does have a microphone, and my friend said the microphone, they said it's a good sounding microphone. It just sounds like I'm a bit far away at times, because obviously you're holding the controller in your lap or you're hunched over it like this, so it's not like this normal headset where it's like right next to my mouth. This is farther down, so obviously that's gonna be there. But they said they were pretty impressed for a microphone stored in a controller, so take that how you will. And this controller does have USB-C charging. I think I forgot to mention in my unboxing, and the USB-C charging is so fast and it's so good on the controller. One thing I did forget to mention, I just finished recording the video and I did forget to mention about the controller, which I probably will edit this in while I'm talking about the controller, is that the adaptive triggers are absolutely amazing. Certain games utilize them more than others, but when it's utilized at the different intensity levels that the game provides you, where you change it in the settings, it feels really good. Like in Fortnite and Warframe, the adaptive triggers are comparative to your weapons. Like in Warframe, use a crossbow, you feel the pressure when you pull it down on a crossbow. If you use an assault rifle, you feel the resistance of an assault rifle. You can feel the difference between when you're using an assault rifle and then a crossbow in Warframe, and I think that's really cool. And the vibration is a bit strong for my liking, so I do have it on the medium setting. The strong setting is a bit too much for my liking. I've never adjusted vibration settings ever on any game, on any console. I think the vibration for me is a bit strong on the DualSense 5 controller, but besides that, I think that's my only complaint, not only about the controller, but about the console in total. I think this is a 10 out of 10 machine. So back to whatever I was talking about after the controller. Now let's get into the features of the console. This console does, okay, first of all, let's start with overall game performance. Load times on this console are astronomically short. Like I showed in the unboxing video, there's activity cards on certain PS5 games, and over the past 3 weeks I've been playing, I did get my hands on more PS5 games. So I bought Miles Morales for the PS5, and I also have Mortal Kombat 11 for the PS5. Both those games are in 4K 60 frames. Look absolutely amazing, by the way. The 4K is so clear. The 60 frames is just smooth, I don't think there's been a single instance where frames have dropped on either of those games, or like Fortnite. The Fortnite's 4K 60 frames is absolutely amazing as well. I don't think there's single frame drop in any of those 3 games. No other games come to mind right now, but I'm sure I have like 1 or 2 other PS5 oriented games. But the game performance is absurdly fast. Load times are quick. Render distance is amazing. Just the overall render quality of certain assets and details in the game is just so much better over the PS4 counterparts of the game. I did do some side-by-side playing because I did buy Miles Morales and Mortal Kombat 11, which came with the PS4 and PS5 versions upon purchase. And I did some side-by-side comparisons, and the PS5 not only loaded so much quicker, but it just performed so much smoother, so much clearer, and it was just an overall better experience. Now, the activity cards, like I mentioned before in the unboxing, the activity cards are a great way to hop straight into a game mode. Like in Fortnite, when I showed, you can hop into solos, duos, or squads straight from the activity cards. And then in Mortal Kombat, you can hop into an online match immediately, or you can hop into the story mode immediately, or you can hop into whatever in Mortal Kombat you want to hop into immediately. You just hit the activity card, it loads straight from the home screen, it skips past the main menu for you and puts you straight in that mode. It does that with Miles Morales as well, and I know it does that with Spider-Man Remastered on the PS5, which I do not have, unfortunately. But yeah, the activity cards is an absolutely amazing feature on the PS5, and I love it so much. And like I said, games just load absurdly fast. And then another thing with the activity cards is that it shows all your missions. Like as far as Spider-Man Miles Morales, you have a lot of side missions, you have a lot of collectibles that you can pick up throughout your playthrough of the game. And then activity cards have all that progress. Like it shows the current mission you're on in the main story. Like it will show the main story's title. Then it will show you what percentage you're through that mission. Then it will also show how long it would take you to finish that mission from your current position in it. And then it also will tell you how much XP you get from that mission, which I found really interesting and really cool. Now, not all games go that in detail with the activity cards, but I'm pretty sure most of all PS5 games do have activity cards. I know Mortal Kombat's activity card for the story mode also showed you your percentage of how far you're in the story and how much time you had left in the story. So that was also pretty cool to see how you can just click the activity card, put you straight back into that mode within the longest load time I've had was about 25 seconds, and that was for Mortal Kombat loading from the home menu straight into story mode, because Mortal Kombat does take it still has a lot in that game, so it does take a bit more to load than Miles Morales and Fortnite, because Fortnite takes about 10 seconds to go from the main menu straight into Battle Royale, which either way, 10 to 25, those are so much quicker times than the PS4. It's just astronomical. And then when you die in a video game, it's like you respawn pretty much instantly, and it's a weird thing to adjust to for the first couple of times when you die in a video game. Excuse me, but after a while, it's like run of the mill. Die, okay, let me wait about 2 seconds, boom, back in the game. It's just quick and snappy gameplay that pretty much never get bored. Hey guys, I'm going to add something else to the video. As I was editing this video and editing the PS5 review video, I realized that I did forget to mention that although that the PS5 does render video in 4K 60 frames, it does not export to YouTube in 4K 60 frames. I did post a video of me playing Miles Morales for the first time, and I said in that gameplay that the video was going to be in 4K 60 frames, but upon later discoveries, that is not true. It only exports to YouTube at 1080p 60 frames, which is still a step up from the PS4's like 720p 30, I think. So yeah, 1080p 60 is good, but it's just not 4K 60 frames, as I did say before. So I thought that's something else I should add. But yeah, back to the video again. Now, I think I was going off on the 3D audio before I started talking about the load times in the console. This console does have 3D audio. It's preset to like it has a preset, but you can also adjust the audio to high. It has higher and then lower, and it plays a test sound. You can hear it where it plays a water level. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 being highest, 5 being the lowest, and 3 being right in the medium. And I tested all those modes, like listening to the water sample they provided. When you go through the levels, you can actually hear the audio adjusting. It sounds like water's getting above my ears and then it's getting below my neck. It sounds so immersive, and it's such a great experience. It was so I didn't even know it had it. I'm not sure if they advertised it or not. They probably did. I probably just didn't see it. But to find out 3D audio on there was really cool. And it doesn't just work with headsets either. If your TV can render 3D audio, I'm pretty sure mine does. It does play that 3D audio, and it sounds amazing for video games and for movies. Now, I have John Wick 3 for 4K on disc, and it has the Dolby Atmos sound, the surround sound, all that good stuff, Dolby Vision, HDR, which this does have, and the HDR plus the 3D surround sound plus the 4K on this console makes a movie watching experience. It's such a good experience. I had such a fun time watching John Wick. It felt like I was watching it in the theater again, because the 3D audio system on the PS5 is just so well tuned, I believe, and it's just really great to get you immersed in a movie or a video game or whatever you're experiencing on the console. It's great. It's such a great experience whether you're playing or watching a movie. Now, storage. A lot of people did complain about the storage on this console. Like I said, it comes with 825 gigs total. About 56 of those gigs is taken up by the OS. So that leaves you about 600 to 700. I'm not sure about the exact number. 600 to 700 of free space to do whatever you want with that. And I have I would say about 4 to 6 PS5 games installed, and like another 4 to 5 PS4 games installed. And I still have about 200 to 175 gigabytes of storage. So personally, I think the amount of storage the PS5 does come with is perfectly fine for my tasting, because I don't like download a bunch of games. If I'm done with the game or I don't like playing a game, I'll just delete it to save storage space. But I personally believe the amount of storage it comes with right now is a perfect amount of storage. But obviously some people play more games, or they like to keep all the games, they don't like to delete them and reinstall them. But it is what it is. It's a personal preference thing. Like Sony did say, they are going to release information on the expandable storage, because you can expand the storage with a SSD. They just haven't released official information on what chips work with this yet, but they will release that in the future. I know they will. Now, downloading and installing games, it is insanely fast. On the PS5, on the PS4 and PS5, I downloaded the same game to gauge how long it would take. On the PS4, the game took about, I want to say, 25 to 35 minutes in a combination with the PS4's hard drive and the old Wi-Fi chip that it does have that only connects to 2 gigahertz internet. And then compared to this with the SSD and the Wi-Fi 6 chip that connects to the 5G internet, that 25 to 35 minute game took 5 to 10 on the PS5, and that was just, I was blown away. I kept downloading so much games. I deleted them later, but I just kept downloading so much games because I'm amazed at how quick I'm able to download the games, then get into those games because of the SSD and the Wi-Fi. It's a great pair. And like I said, the Wi-Fi 6 chip does allow connection to 5 gigahertz internet, while the PS4 only allows your connection to go to 2 gigahertz internet. And the 5 gigahertz between 2 gigahertz difference is vast when you're playing a game or downloading a game. I've tested wireless and then Ethernet connection on the PS5. Ethernet is obviously the best way to go. It's super snappy, super quick, but wireless connecting to 5G through the Wi-Fi 6 chip is also very snappy. I was very surprised at how low lag and latency it was connecting to wireless. I pretty much have played mostly on it wireless since, because I really don't need to connect to Ethernet. Even though it is a better option, I don't see it as something necessary like I did with the PS4. I feel like Ethernet was a way better connection experience on the PS4. But Ethernet does not, for me at least, it does not change the performance of the Wi-Fi on the PS5 that much. But yeah, I am absolutely impressed with this. Sony did a great job with this. It's designed nicely. Speaking of design, I almost forgot. This thing never gets hot. I played for about, I want to say, 12 to 14 hours one day playing heavy games that did take a lot out of the PS5. Well, it didn't take a lot out of the PS5, but I know it does take a lot out of the, quote unquote, out of the PS5 to run. It takes a lot for the PS5 to run. This thing, it never gets loud. Not once does it get louder. It only gets loud when you're downloading a game off the disc or just downloading a game in general. It only gets loud when you're downloading a game or installing an update. And it's, besides that, it is quiet. I have it behind my TV. Sometimes I forget that it's even there. It's such a quiet system. It's so out of the way, like auditorial wise, compared to the PS5, which is a jet engine in disguise, and this is a sleeping baby that plays 4K 60 frame video games. And it never gets hot. It never gets hot. It'll get a little toasty, but it never gets hot. It never heats up drastically like the PS4 did. It, like, all this space, all this airflow up here and then back here, and then I don't think there's any airflow under here, but all this airflow through the front and then through the back allows for amazing amount of cooling, and this thing never gets hot. It's amazing. But yeah, I think the PS5 is a great console, so you should definitely pick it up if you can. I know all the retails are still shipping out PS5s, but if you can pick one of these up, pick it up, because it's a great option and makes a great little headphone stand. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this channel with your friends and family. Pick one of these up for Christmas this year if you can find one, and be safe, wear a mask, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.